goes, of course I know. He tried to hire him 7 times my year. His name is Sean Cassell. Yeah. He's tried to hire him 7 times.
I'd like to call the Wednesday, November 6, 2024 Papillion City Council meeting to order. Ms. Brown, would you please take the roll?
Sunday. Here. Mumgard. Here. Gaines. Here. Glover. Here. Fanslaw. Here. Klug. Here. Stubbe. Here. Engberg. Here.
Got the honor of having some scouts with us tonight, and I want to invite them up to lead us in the pledge. Gentlemen. You can go all the way up. Thanks for doing that. They were here for citizenship in the community badge, so we spent about the last hour with them talking about government and some great questions. So thank you, gentlemen. Do we have an affidavit of publication on file?
We do.
And a current copy of the Open Meetings Act is posted in the back of the council chambers. Ms. Powers, Administrator's report, please.
Thank you. It was another great turnout for the annual Halloween Safe Night, which was on October 28th, and it was at the Papillion Landing this year. So I just want to give everyone a thank you, helped make it a great community event. It's one we're really proud of. And another one that we're really proud of that's coming up is Winter Wonderland, which is quickly approaching. And there are only 2.5 weeks left until the ceremony and community events, which is on Saturday, November 30th from 4 to 8 p.m. And the Community Foundation and staff from many of the city departments are continuing to work hard to make it the best event possible. And I did get notice tonight that there will be fire pits since there's been enough rain that we can lift the ban on the fire pit, so that's exciting. And I do want to give a quick sewer agency update. Phase 1A of the sewer project is nearly complete. Final work is being done for the system to receive its first flows, which we're anticipating to be in January of next year. And that'll be from the Springfield community and the areas around it. And flow from Sarpy County is to follow shortly thereafter. And Papillion's engineering and planning departments have been working with the sewer agency and other agency members to update the master plan map, which includes the phasing of the agency's infrastructure. And they were able to, with that, update the phasing with converting some previously temporary infrastructure into permanent infrastructure, which opened up more capacity, which is a great thing to help develop the area faster. It also adopts a more standardized definition of what is considered agency truck line versus the individual members' outfall lines, which provides more consistency and clarity for the development community. And that updated master plan map is tentatively scheduled to be on the November 20th agency board meeting for consideration of approval. And assuming that's approved, then it will go through our process, which includes our planning commission for recommendation. Then it will come to you guys hopefully by the end of December, early January. And then if approved, then it becomes effective. And then finally, as you know, this upcoming Monday, November 11th is Veterans Day. So City Hall and city offices will be closed in observation of that holiday. Also, there will be a Veterans Day ceremony at 11 a.m. at the American Legion Post 32. So please try to attend if possible. And a special thank you to everyone who has served this country for all their many sacrifices. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda? Motion by Councilman Gaines, second by Councilman Sunday. Do you have any proponents or opponents? Council discussion? Please vote.
8 yeas, 0 nays.
Motion passes. Next is item D1, ordinance 2038. An ordinance to approve a change of zone from R2 single-family residential medium density to R4 PUD multifamily residential with a specific planned unit development overlay for the property legally described as a replatting of lots 180 to 289 and outlots L through P and S, Granite Falls North, generally located on the southeast corner of South 114th Street and Cornhusker Road. The applicant is Richland Homes LLC, Granite Falls North Replat 1. So Councilman will introduce? Introduced by Councilman Ingberg. F1, Resolution R240185, a resolution to approve the posting of the annual occupation tax report on the city's website. Is there a motion to approve Resolution R240185? Motion by Councilman Klug. Second by Councilman Gaines. Any proponents or opponents? Council discussion? Please vote.
8 yeas, 0 nays.
Motion passes. F2, Resolution R240188, public hearing and a vote, a resolution to approve a special use permit to allow automotive rental and sales as a permitted use on the property legally described as Lot 2, Commerce Business Center Replat 7, generally located northwest of the intersection of South 152nd Avenue and Shepherd Street. The applicant is Mobility Enterprise, doing business as Mobility Motoring. Mobility Enterprise, Inc., doing business as Mobility Motoring. It's a public hearing. I'll open it. Do we have any proponents or opponents? Welcome, sir.
Kyle Hazy with E&A Consulting Group, 10909 Mill Valley Road, representing the applicant. Along with myself, Kent Sullivan, who is the owner of Mobility Motors, is in the audience as well. So if you have any questions on the operations of the facility, he might be able to answer those if I'm not able to. We are looking at a piece of property that's about 1.8 acres, about 152nd and Shepherd Street. It's just to the east of 88 Tactical. Their business is they customize and service vehicles to make them ADA accessible, wheelchair accessible. So we're asking for the SUP for automotive sales and rental. They've been in business for about 40 years. They're established in the Omaha area and just looking to relocate because they've outgrown the space that they currently have. With that, I'll make myself available for any questions you may have.
Thank you very much. Do we have any other proponents or opponents? I'll close. Motion by Councilman Glover, second by Councilman Fanslow. Any discussion? Please vote.
8 yeas, 0 nays.
Motion passes. Thank you very much. Appreciate the business coming to town too. It's got a good reputation. Item F3, Resolution R240189, a public hearing and a vote. A resolution to approve the Fourth Amendment to the Belterra subdivision agreement. It's a public hearing. I'll open it. Any proponents or opponents? Welcome.
I'm Caleb Beasley with E&A Consulting, 10909 Mill Valley Road in Omaha. This is for the Belterra subdivision at 114th and Schramm. We are dividing what was formerly Phase 4 into Phase 4 and 5. I do have the builder here, Mark Stadola with Charleston Homes. We're splitting off this Phase 4, it's 30 lots, in order to move that quickly. The Phase 5 area, what will become Phase 5 in the southwest corner, is still working through a replat, working with city staff, just did a resubmittal on that earlier this week. But Mr. Stadola would like his homes to move very quickly, and so we're trying to break this off just to expedite that. And I'm here if you have any other questions.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Any other proponents or opponents? Close the public hearing. Is there a motion to approve Resolution R240189? Councilman Sunday, motion. Second by Councilman Gaines. Any discussion? Please vote.
Eight yeas, 0 nays.
Motion passes. Thank you. It's all the regular agenda items. Committee reports. Public Safety Committee met, and I believe Mr. Stubbe's sitting in from the last meeting.
Yes, so the Public Safety Committee, there was a recommendation with regard to the potential for stop sign at Trumbull Park School at Valley and South Harrison Street. I think it was a recommendation from the police department, so that is something that we talked about, considered, and we recommended that it be taken on to the full council for consideration.
Thank you very much. No other committees have met. Any comments from the floor? No comments from the floor. Council comments? Mr. Sunday.
I'd just like to be the first to congratulate council members Stubbe, Klug, Gaines, and Glover for their hard-fought re-elections yesterday.
That is a good note, though. I mean, even though it's uncontested, still to raise your hand and put yourself out there, big deal, so appreciate it. Any other comments? Just last couple of weeks, sewer agency again met. Ms. Powers gave that update. H&H Kia out at Steel Ridge, out the interstate, had a ribbon cutting for their new facility. Appreciate H&H's investment out there. Some really big investment by H&H with their move. United Cities met again. Still not a lot going on there, really just waiting to see what were the results of the election and what do we think is going to go through the legislature. But we're watching that real close so we can be aware. We got active, more active than we ever have, though, with recommending items to the League of Municipalities for their legislative package. I believe I gave you all of those items at the last meeting. So those are the things we're advocating for. The League did have their meeting of the executive board, and everything we'd put up was pretty much accepted. A couple items are going to a committee for discussion and research, and some of them are going to go into their actual legislative package. So any questions of what we put up, questions or concerns, let Ms. Powers or myself know. And but I think you've got most of the details there. And then I think that was most of the updates from the last couple of weeks. It's a little quieter, I think, because of the elections. We do have a closed session tonight. Knowing we've got scouts here, we did talk about closed sessions and what they're appropriate for and not appropriate for. So we are going into one. I explained to them that it is kind of unusual, but they get to see one tonight or not see one because it is closed. But is there a motion to go into closed session to protect the public interest to discuss land negotiations? Motion by Councilman Fanslow, second by Councilwoman Klug. Any proponents or opponents? Council discussion? Please vote on the motion to go into closed session.
8 yeas, 0 nays.
Motion passes. I'll state for the record the purpose for the closed session is only to discuss land negotiations. Closed session will include the mayor, city council, city administrator, deputy city administrator, city clerk, and the assistant city attorney.